We are all in this together.
Canada is in the news again in Nigeria after the last time they denied the Chief of Defense Staff and his entourage of 70 people visas to travel to Canada for the Invictus Games. And the Chief of Defense Staff couldn't hide his pain for being denied visa.
You know, remember last year the Duke of Sussex visited Nigeria with his wife. Through the Invictus, they have a foundation that they try to raise the morale of troops all over the world that have suffered one form of deformity or the other in the course of defending their individual countries. So we're supposed to be there. And actually, half of my team have already gone, but unfortunately, the Canadian Embassy, for knowledge best known to them, denied us visa.
Also, in the same forum, the NSA Nuhu Ribadu told the Canadians to go to hell with their visa.
Thank you for the courage to say that Canada denied you. They can go to hell. Even though it's painful, it's disrespectful, but we are people. We are strong. And I agree with you. We have to fix our country.
Now, the Canadians have denied a former police officer asylum in Canada, including his family, because of the fact that he was a former police officer. The Canadians consider Nigerian police as huge human rights violators. As a result, it seems it's now their policy to stop issuing them visas. Anyone that is connected to any agency that violates human rights, maybe they will no longer be issued visas to Canada. The denial of the asylum by the Canadian authorities wasn't just because of the man's background, but also the story his wife told the court in order to claim the asylum. They found serious holes in the story. It was so inconsistent they couldn't explain it. So that's why they decided to deny the asylum, and now they will face instant deportation. You see, some people are so selfish that they end up ruining it for others. The actions of these people have now made it very difficult for people who genuinely need asylum to get it from the Canadian authorities in future. Back in the day, during Obasanjo's administration, when there was serious crisis and militancy in the Niger Delta, a lot of people traveled abroad and sought asylum. Actually, many of them got it at the time because they had genuine reasons. Even some people who were not connected to the militancy, they still got it out of pity. In most European countries, they grant you that asylum once they can establish that your life is at risk, that the government is after your life. They quickly grant you that asylum. But it's now left for you not to go back to the same country that you claim is after your life. This is just an example. Some people ruin it for others who genuinely need asylum, and in the process also ruin our reputation as a country full of people that tell lies. Yes. Also, they found out the woman forged a lot of documents in order to claim the asylum. She ended up ruining our reputation, presenting us as people who forge documents, people who are not trustworthy. If they decide to start profiling Nigerians in the future, would you blame them?
Chief of Defense Staff, I come ask you this question. Me, personally, I come ask you this question. Like CDS. Okay, CDS, you go say you don't know, say, now people, they sponsor those people. If not because they deny you this visa now, nobody go know as all those Western countries now, they sponsor Boko Haram. As I did like this now, they don't come carry me. They don't come carry me. I know after this video, nobody go see any video again because I voice out. Now they'll come carry me. Mokon, I don't remember that thing what happened to Siman Abbas, how they take carry and go hide for somewhere. Now like this now, and I'm very sure say as they can't carry me like this, now somewhere don't go carry me, go where be say my people no go ever see me again in life.
This soldier's experience is just one example of how authorities run affairs in Nigeria. We've covered it in another video. In case you want to watch that, it shows that the Canadians were right in denying them visas and also denying the former police officer asylum in Canada. The major takeaway here is that Canada has taken a bold step by recognizing all the rights violations by security agents in Nigeria. They commit all sorts of atrocities against Nigerians, they abuse their powers, detain them in some cases indefinitely, they lord themselves over Nigerians as if Nigerians are slaves when they are supposed to be serving Nigerians. So the fact that they have recognized these violations against the Nigerian people and have now taken that decision that these security agents will no longer be granted visas to Canada, not to talk of granting them asylum. They will no longer have anywhere to run to after committing atrocities in Nigeria. It's a very nice step, and it is hoped that other Western countries would adopt the same policy against security agents in Nigeria. Security agents are supposed to be protecting the people. They are supposed to be friends with Nigerians. But whenever they see Nigerians, it seems as if something was stirred in them and they become enraged. They want to show that power. They want to show that person that they are above them, that they are very powerful, that they shouldn't even be standing when they are standing, that they should cower and shiver at their presence. That's the feeling. So it is a nice step that Canada is taking here. Anyone who wants a better country should start working towards a better country. Use your powers diligently. Do not abuse your powers. It's already an acceptance that the country is not working for everyone. Immediately this man retired or resigned from the police, he's already looking for where to run to. Another country where things are working the way they are supposed to work. So it's an indictment on the system, especially the leadership, because it is the disposition of the leadership that the followership always try to follow. Yes, if the leadership doesn't tolerate corruption, abuse of power, all the atrocities they commit against the Nigerian people, it will stop. But because the leadership actually use these intimidation tactics against the Nigerian people, the people that support them are always in favor of using all sorts of tactics against the so-called enemies. So this is a huge problem. Another way Nigerians can help stop the rot in the system is to always speak out. Always be in solidarity with any whistleblower, because you don't know. Today, it might be someone else. Tomorrow, it might be you suffering the injustice. Injustice doesn't know any friend. Out of the blue, it can land at your doorstep and knock on your door. And it will be your turn to demand for justice. So it is better to join hands and fight injustice, no matter who is involved. Injustice to one person is injustice to everyone. So that the day you will experience that injustice, everyone will join hands and fight for you. This is how it's supposed to be. And the reason people in authority always abuse their powers is because they have something to hide. Yes, and that thing they want to hide is corruption. They don't want anyone talking about what they are doing in office, all the abuse of powers, everything they are doing. So that's why they hound people, intimidate them, arrest them, detain them indefinitely. Like policemen normally do, they will arrest someone in the street. Prior to that, the person didn't do anything. Completely innocent, they will arrest that person, take him to any magistrate court and just demand his detention pending investigation. Sometimes they demand for 60 days. They just dump that person in prison and the person is forgotten. So imagine policemen telling you to your face, I can do anything to you and nothing will come out of it. This is the situation. Everyone has to be aware. The more people continue to tolerate, the more they continue to abuse their powers. But if people start resisting, at least try to fight. Don't just give up without putting up a fight. If people start doing it and there is serious awareness, like that of the soldier, all the videos start going viral, people start seeing them, they will stop abusing their powers. This is how it works. But once people continue enduring this, enduring all sorts of intimidation, injustice, it motivates them to continue going harder. You see, sometimes people in authority like to eat their cake and have it, but we all know it's never possible. You will see a policeman in the streets extorting someone, but he wouldn't like that person to film him with his phone. If he's doing the right thing, why is he afraid of being filmed? Yes, because he knows he's doing something illegal. That's why he doesn't want anyone to film him. Otherwise, he would have been very proud of being filmed. At least his bosses, anywhere, maybe Abuja or the state level, we see that he's doing his job. Maybe that might even earn him a promotion. So this is the situation. They want to intimidate people, extort them, do all sorts of things, even detain them illegally, but they don't want the people to talk about it. They don't want anyone to cry about it. It's like beating a child and not wanting him to cry about it. It's not possible. Action equals reaction. So if they don't want people exposing all they are doing, all their illegal stuff, why not do all the right things? All the back and forth, hey, I didn't do this, you misquoted me, it's misinformation, it's fake news. Nigerians wouldn't need to deal with all this because they did the right thing ab initio. But they will want to commit all sorts of atrocities, and when whistleblowers talk about it, they are hounded. They start tracking them down with that technology they have. Within a few days, sometimes within a few hours, they will announce that they have arrested the person. Sometimes they even fly the person from any location in Nigeria where they arrested him all the way to Abuja just to intimidate for something that is not even a crime. Like the other time they arrested one lady from Lagos, flew her to Abuja and charged her for insulting the IG, including Tinubu's son. Can you imagine? So this is the problem. They always abuse their powers. People talk about it, they are hounded. What are Nigerians supposed to do? Do they expect Nigerians to fold their arms and endure all the intimidation and harassment as if they are slaves? Even slaves sometimes fight back after being broken, after enduring for so long. So it's better for them to do the right thing so that this country can work for everyone. Now let's see some videos of policemen harassing innocent citizens.
You will see what you have never seen in your life before. You will see. School police, divisional police slapped me, SC president, because I refused to settle them in my vehicle. Because I refused to give you 500 naira. You slapped me. You slapped me. You did not see yourself. If you not answer to CP, don't say that. Inside the bush. They are running inside the bush. They are running inside the bush. Look at them, criminals. Criminals. Only criminals. They are threatening to shoot me. They are threatening to shoot me as president. They are threatening to shoot me. Criminals. 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 Look at you. Look at you, criminals. 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 Your one is going to see you. Your one is going to see you. Look at them. They are going to shoot me. They cannot shoot. Treat the weight. Treat the weight. Treat the weight. They are shooting at our vehicle. They shot at me. They shot at me. Who is that stupid man? Fire your head. You are idiot. I will go here.